I've been wanting to create this video for a long time, and I'm excited to share with you some tips and tricks to enhance your dry skin brushing. As an C-IAYT certified Soma yoga therapist, I learned about dry skin brushing over a decade ago in my first yoga teacher training. And I thought it was so profound in how it really helped balance the nervous system and really helped with eliminating toxins in the body. It's very balancing for the doshas and it has many health benefits. And while this practice is amazing, we have no certainty that the main drainage points of our lymphatic system are in fact open and not stagnant. Now, if you follow any of our work, you know that Nicole and I teach a lot about reflexes. We teach a lot about the somatic reflexes that bring us into a protective pattern within our nervous system. And the one that's the most common in society today is this red light reflex pattern, where there's habituated pulling forward of the shoulders. It causes us to round forward, and there's a lot of congestion and tightness through the muscles of the front line of the body. What we know is that when the brain is holding us in a red light reflex pattern in response to stress, then our lymphatic system and main drainage points are absolutely going to be affected. So before you do your dry skin brushing, you are going to want to do this first. If you're liking this video, I invite you to press like and subscribe to our channel. Nicole and I are super passionate about teaching about all things related to somatics, nervous system regulation, Soma yoga, and anything that brings you back into yourself, back towards embodiment and self-healing. So before you do your dry skin brushing, you want to be doing something else. This goes before. What I have learned from Dr. Carrie Nickelson is really mind-blowing. And when I work with my clients with it, I see remarkable changes, not only in their lymphatic system and their digestive system, but even in their posture. We notice the body start to free up on all levels and in all of the systems. What you want to be doing first is Dr. Carrie Nickelston's Big Six practice. The practice targets the 6 main lymphatic drainage points in the body that must be open in order to receive the lymphatic fluid that we're pulling from the periphery. So let's get started with the Big Six, and then we'll go through the dry skin brushing. You're always starting on the left-hand collarbone. You're using the opposite hand. You're running along that collarbone to stimulate above and below. So about 10 times, you're going to start to stimulate this main drain point. 75% of your body's lymphatic fluid is going here. When you've reached about 10, you're going to tap. About 10 times, could be a little more, could be a little less. Listen to your body. And then you're going to circle, stimulating that whole area. If you're feeling tenderness, tightness, or puffiness, that's an indicator that that area needs more stimulation so it can flow better. Opposite side, left hand to right collarbones. You're running the hand diagonally above and below, really getting into that divot of your collarbone, feeling for tightness, tenderness, puffiness. Tapping 10 times. And then circling 10 times. Moving on to point number 2, we're at the side of the neck. So you're in behind your big sternocleidomastoid muscle. You're running along these big lymph nodes in the neck that help drain the brain, which if they're stagnant lead to brain fog, brain congestion, and all kinds of other conditions. You're going to tap the side of the neck. And then you're going to sweep down, encouraging that fluid flow to your collarbones, 75% left, 25% right, approximately. Opposite hand to the right side of the neck, really rubbing up and down. While you're doing this practice, try and breathe and just be present to what you're feeling. Tapping about 10 times, maybe more, maybe less. Sweeping down. That was point number 2. Point number 3 is at the armpits. As women, we are all quite familiar. This is where stagnancy in the lymphatic system can lead to breast cancers and other things. But it's not just about here. It's about draining everything, about draining the whole system and opening up the whole system to detoxify better, to support your immune system, to support your overall health. Other side, so left hand to right armpit, really rubbing across this whole area, stimulating, opening, bringing your attention here, breathing into the body. Sweeping towards the collarbone. So you're pulling from the side of the armpit and across that breast tissue to the collarbones. Okay, that was point number 3. Point number 4 is sitting right where the solar plexus, just below the solar plexus at the top of the belly. So you're gonna rub that point, really stimulating into the abdomen here. This is sort of the collection point from the organs. Big lymph node here. And then we're gonna encourage the fluid to flow up. So you're gonna sweep up. If you wanna sweep through your chest, you can do that too, because this is the thoracic duct. That's the pathway up to these collarbones. Point number 5 is at your hip creases. Just thinking about how stagnant our hips get. How if the pinch point here and the flow is cut off, how we're gonna have swelling in the lower legs, the knees, the ankles. But remember, you're always starting up here first. Sweeping up, encouraging that fluid flow up to the collarbones. Point number 6 is behind the knees. Either really sink back, like you're sinking into a chair, or have a seat to do this. And you're gonna sweep up. Now the last thing you're gonna do is a little bit of gentle rebounding, soft bend in the knees, very feather light lifting of the heels. Let your body just rebound, shoulders soft, hands soft, breathing in and out of your nose. Good, so I invite you to pause for a moment and feel that in your body. So you just did the basic Big 6 by Dr. Carrie and Nickelston. All right, powerful stuff. So now we're gonna layer on this Ayurvedic practice of dry skin brushing. And now we know how much more powerful this is going to be now that we've got our main drainage points open. So I like to start, I put my foot on my counter actually in the bathroom. I do this obviously without any clothes on, and I do it before the whole sequence before I shower in the morning. It's my best time. I encourage you to find your best time. You're gonna start with big, long strokes. You're coming up the leg. You're gonna go around and come into the inner thighs. Right, and you can do some strokes. Don't be afraid to do more than one. You're using a pressure that is perfect for you. Not too hard, not too light. Okay, so notice I'm coming up to the hip crease. I'm gonna do the other side. So starting at the top of the foot and just coming all the way up. Doing the outer, the inner, behind, on top, through that inner thigh. So dry skin brushing is so powerful. It really helps our tissues release the toxins and the buildup that cause cellulitis, that cause stagnation. And you're gonna just come through these hip creases. So you'll be coming up now. You know you've already stimulated in here. So I go next to my arms. So you'll notice I start at the periphery and I start to come in. I'm gonna go from my palm down. I'm gonna go down a few times, making sure I get all my surface area. And I'm coming right to the collarbone, okay? Coming up the side of the body to the collarbone. Other arm. To the collarbone. Side of the body to the collarbone. From the shoulders, you're coming over the shoulder to the collarbone. That's why I love the big long handle. Good. Now we've got the abdomen. So we're coming up through this main thoracic channel. and you're gonna go around the breast tissue, draining to here. So I like to go around, out, and up. I like to do 20 to 30 of these. This is amazing for breast health, amazing for any stagnancy or dense breast tissue. So you decide how many. Other way, going around, up to the collarbone, around the breast tissue. Now on the face, you could use just a face cloth, right? You could come down the face. I don't like to use the brush on my face, but I do use it for my neck. I do use it for my neck and stimulate here. Oh, the other point that I forgot was the glutes. So the glutes drain around to the belly. So I like to go around the glutes, coming in. So let's do a quick recap. Legs, all sides to here. Both legs. Arms, both sides to here. Side of the body to here. Glutes to the front. Glutes to the front. Belly on up, and then around the breast tissue. Last but not least, soft face cloth on the face, coming into the neck. And then, of course, always taking a moment to sense and feel, just to notice the effect of the practice. And of course, to notice how this affects you in a positive way. So again, if you enjoyed this video, please click like. Nicole and I have so much to share about somatics, soma yoga, embodiment, and nervous system regulation. We want to help you come back home to yourself. We want to help you to feel empowered, to heal yourself, to regulate yourself, and to find more ease, peace, and joy in your life. Thanks for watching.